With 9 commendations, Chief Inspector Adrian Denby has had an unblemished police career. These photos were taken when he was seconded to Afghanistan to help set up its own police force. On return, he took charge of part of the Met's territorial support group known as the TSG. They're on the front line when it comes to public disorder. But since the death of Ian Tomlinson during the G20 protests, the Met's chief officers have grappled with its public profile, public confidence, its poor image on diversity and a negative culture. Less than 10% are female.
Chief Inspector Denby was in charge of one of the TSG units based here at Paddington Green Police Station. But his Kafkaesque life began after a surprise visit by a senior female officer, Deputy Assistant Commissioner Maxine de Bruyne. She was there on a mission to drive out the macho culture and was seeing whether he was the man to do it. Instead, she was confronted by another officer walking from the shower through the office to the men's locker rooms, dressed only in a towel wrapped around his waist. The tribunal found that had made her angry.
This was, she told the tribunal, her pet hate, and she had asked the Chief Inspector how he would feel if the situation was reversed. The towel encounter had taken precedence over everything else, and by the end of the Paddington visit, Mr. Denby, the tribunal said, thought he was going to be removed from post. It was then his nightmare began. He was placed under investigation because of alleged malpractice by other officers, cheating on hours worked, on overtime, and operating an off-licence inside the station. His performance was excessively downgraded, his duties restricted, and an order to lift them was overturned. Yet his female equivalent in another TSG unit that came under investigation was never subject to similar punitive measures. The tribunal ruled the Met guilty of repeated sex discrimination of a male officer. Chief Inspector Denby was described as an impressive, straightforward witness, but the tribunal was damning about the more senior officers. It said DAC de Bruyne was unreliable, her evidence simply not credible. Assistant Commissioner Pat Gallen sought to disguise her involvement and gave a misleading account to the tribunal. And the explanation why Commander David Musker downgraded the Chief Inspector was unsatisfactory. The tribunal described the treatment of Chief Inspector Denby, who's still employed, as striking for its unfairness in many respects. His case is an extremely rare success. In the last 5 years, 7 male officers have won sex discrimination cases against their forces out of 62 original claims, with 8 still ongoing. In comparison, 91 female officers have successfully claimed sex discrimination out of 374 cases, with 48 still awaiting hearings or decisions. In a statement tonight, the Met said it planned to appeal the discrimination findings, and when we asked how it would respond to the criticisms of its senior female officers, the force said that was being considered.